Hey girls, it's me Sydney, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about freshman year and how to survive your freshman year. So if you guys didn't know, I am a freshman in high school and the school year is almost over. This is honestly my second to last week. This is my last full week. Then we have Memorial Day, which we get off, and then we're done basically before I'm officially not a freshman anymore, which let me tell you is one of the best feelings in the world. Being a freshman is a lot of work. Was lost coming into freshman year, and I thought about it like freaking out. I've been thinking about it since 8th grade promotion, which honestly, that's a long time away. Actually, that's about 3 months away from actually going to high school. To a new school, you're changing, you're growing up. High school is this huge new scary thing, and from the movies and the TV shows and everything, it looks honestly terrifying. I was terrified. I am totally kidding, by the way. If you see like people getting thrown in dumpsters and the mean girls, like the plastics and everything, in real life, honestly, none of that movie stuff is real. The cheerleaders are really nice, most of them. There's none of that popular clique stuff. Actually, a lot of the cliques from middle school are separated, moved out, and everybody just kind of grows up a little bit and matures and accepts people more for who they are. I feel like a lot of incoming freshmen have the ego of an 8th grader, which if you guys don't know what that is when you're in 8th grade, a lot of people think, oh yeah, I'm top dog, I'm so mature, worked 3 years, yeah, swag out. Like, okay, that's great. Have that your 8th grade year. When you come into high school, you are back at the bottom. You are the 6th graders again. Yeah, I know. So don't think you're this cool shit when you're, well, honestly, you're not. And I hate to break it to you, but that's the way it really is you're gonna look really stupid if you think you're like this hot shit because you're in high school and everybody's like, because you're a freshman. Yeah, okay. It is a really judgmental place, but I feel like middle school is like where everybody wants to be accepted and pushes so many boundaries to get accepted, and they kind of just are trying to experiment, whereas high school, when you really find yourself, it's freshman year, and you just figure out who you're going to be, and then you stick with it, you make a ton of new friends. If you're a freshman, please, I am a freshman and I honestly am sick of this. I'm pretty sure everybody, especially the upperclassmen, are really sick of the freshmen doing this. So we actually have a freshman hallway in my school, and that's just kind of where like the freshman lockers are, so they're not really spread out. But in the freshman hallway, honestly, all the entire time, you see these groups of people that are like freaking crowding up the whole entire hallway, like they're bro shaking, doing all this shit, like honestly, can you like let me walk? Like, I'm really small, and like there's like tall groups of people like, hey man, what's up, save like all of your shit and do it in class, walk. You don't have to take up the whole fucking hallway and stand in the middle of the fucking hallway. Okay. So many new people, because all these new people from different schools are like coming into one big school, and you guys get to meet and interact, and there's so many social events that like help you meet new friends. Like there's football games, there's all that fun stuff that it's honestly a big part of your high school is if you go to these things and participate in it. I hate to say this, but a lot of the times you do not keep the friends you had in middle school, because in middle school you're more closely knit and there's like the cliques and everything like that, whereas high school, it's a huge school and maybe your best friend's class is over here and yours is on the other side of the building, like up here. And then your lockers are honestly like so far away from each other, and you're not in any of the same classes for the whole entire year. I mean, yeah, I've kept some relationships middle school, but a lot of times a lot of them fade and you just mature and grow older, and you kind of find yourself in different groups because you are different people. It's a really important thing to get yourself out there. For most of the freshman year, I did not get myself out there. I didn't make a lot of new friends because I was just really shy, or I was just like, oh, I don't really care, I have my old friends. But then when me and my old friends started fading, I didn't know what to do. I didn't really have anyone for a while. It's just really important to get yourself out there. I was in classes with, honestly, I didn't know any. But let's say you're not a stoner and you start hanging out with a lot of the stoner people. If you want to protect your reputation, like let's say you really are against smoking pot, and then you start hanging out with all the stoners, you're gonna probably get the reputation that you smoke pot. That's not your fault. You really have no control over it except on who you hang. Like, I'm not saying to hang out with specific people, but if you're gonna start hanging out with a certain genre of a group or whatever, you may or may not get the reputation that they... Personally, I hang out with whoever I want. I don't really care what my reputation is, but I know there is a lot of people that do care about their reputation and care about like protecting it and having it in a certain way. You want to have people around you that you're not going to be like embarrassed to hang out with or ashamed of or anything like that. Be careful. I know so many girls that do this, and it's honestly the stupidest thing ever. If you have secrets, if you have stuff that you don't want the whole entire high school to know, or things to get twisted, like have you guys ever played telephone as a kid? Yeah, where like you say one thing to one person and then it goes around a whole entire circle and it comes back to you, and you see if you said the same thing, that you almost never get the same thing back. Just because when people have told the story so many times, it gets twisted and people's memories are different, and it's just gonna set a whole like snowball effect on your secret. So if you have a secret that you want to keep a secret, you have to either trust no one, you know, you have to only tell like certain people. Like you can't just go around and saying like your life story to everyone. Please, so much drama. Like some girls honestly feed off drama. It's disgusting. But like don't gossip about people because like God, like she's dating who? Like that's such a mean thing to say. Like that could get back to the person and could seriously like affect them. It's just not okay to ever do it. High school parties, you may experience a couple of these, you may be introduced to these as a freshman, but you're definitely going to experience high school. We already have the image of a high school party in their head, with millions of people around the house, no parents home, things being broken all over, and like alcohol and weed and all that. Some parties don't have alcohol and drugs. It really depends on who you're hanging out with and what kind of party you go to. But let's say you do go to a party with alcohol. Don't be that girl that takes like one sip of beer and is like, I'm so drunk, guys. And it's like falling all over the place, because sober people like me, because I don't drink, will actually notice like that you're being stupid and you just look fake. You're not that light. Like, nobody is that light to get drunk with 1 or 2 sips or something like that. Like, no, nobody is that light to do that ever, except for, like, a 4-year-old. So stop acting stupid, because you look so fake, and it's gonna hurt you. If you're into drugs, if you're into drinking, cool, do your own thing. Just, when you're your freshman year, a lot of people take it overboard. A lot of people get addicted to drugs early on, or do develop an alcohol problem. Take it overboard your first time, you can end up dead the next morning. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, you sound like I'm gonna do whatever I want. Like, take it from me, who's actually been to a high school party where like bad, just be safe. That if you do drugs or alcohol, don't be like, don't tell anyone I did this. Like, people are gonna find out. You're gonna get known for doing certain things. If you do certain things, nobody can really keep secrets. Yeah. A lot of freshmen, when they come into high school, are like, oh my God, I need a boyfriend. I need my high school sweetheart. Like, I need to find him now. Why? Or they'll like date like a ton of guys and then be like, oh my God. This honestly goes for boys or girls. When the freshmen come in and are like, I'm gonna date a senior, I'm gonna date a junior. Like, don't go for the upperclassmen, because a lot of the times they're more mature than you and they think that they can use you and they think they can get what they want from you and then kind of like leave. Like, all they want to do is get in your pants, especially boys. Sex. These girls don't just sleep with guys for the hell of it. because guys are gonna think they're gonna use you. Girls are gonna be like, oh well, she's a. Don't make up lies about your sex life either. If you do decide to have sex, or even if you don't say like, oh yeah, I totally banged her. It's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. When you're in a relationship, the business between the boyfriend and girlfriend is the boyfriend and girlfriend's business only. Your sex life, your own private information is all between you guys. It's not between anybody else. A secret like who you like, especially who you like. Be careful about that, because nothing can ever come good from telling people who you like that you can't trust. If you like somebody, it's not going to make a good impression if you go around telling people that you like them. Everybody, like, they tell everybody who they like it's none of anybody else's business, and it's like, and then when the person finds out, they're like, oh my god, who told? What? You're going around telling people you don't trust, which was another one of my points, like, in the beginning of the video. You're telling somebody you don't trust a bunch of personal info, like who you have a crush on. Like, they're not gonna want to date you if they know that you tell everybody. So I hope you guys enjoyed my freshman tips, and have a nice night.